ay Agustino.
Agustino ko.
I am an Augustinian. Sono Agustiniano.
저는 아구스티노입니다.
We are part of the Augustinians.
We belong to an Augustinian community.
We are an Augustinian family.
We are the Augustinians, and we evangelize with our heart.
Ako ay Agustino.
Agustino ko.
I am an Augustinian. Sono Agustiniano.
저는 아구스티노입니다.
We are part of the Augustinians.
We belong to an Augustinian community.
We are an Augustinian family.
We are the Augustinians, and we evangelize with our heart.
Ako ay Agustino.
Agustino ko.
I am an Augustinian. Sono Agustiniano.
저는 아구스티노입니다.
We are part of the Augustinians.
We belong to an Augustinian community.
We are an Augustinian family.
We are the Augustinians, and we evangelize with our heart.
Ako ay Agustino.
Agustino ko.
I am an Augustinian. Sono Agustiniano.
저는 아구스티노입니다.
We are part of the Augustinians.
We belong to an Augustinian community.
We are an Augustinian family.
We are the Augustinians, and we evangelize with our heart.
Radyo ninyo, radyo alang sa katawhan, alang sa batang balaan. Nagkadaiyang istorya sa panag-ambit, pag-alagad, panaghinigugmaay ug debosyon pagatukion. Radyo ninyo, gasa alang sa katawhan, sa kasing-kasing sa pag-alagad, radyo ninyo, bagong higala sa kahanginan. Radyo ninyo, radyo alang sa katawhan, alang sa batang balaan.
Maayong adlaw, Cebu.
Mapagpalang araw, Pilipinas.
And good day to everyone watching us abroad and here in the Philippines.
Welcome to Radio Ninyo.
Radyo, alang sa katawhan.
Alang sa batang balaan.
Today is Saturday, August 28, 2021. I am Sheila May Gumapon.
I am Fry Ronel.
I'm Margasor OSA.
I am Father Genesis Labana OSA.
Welcome to Radyo Ninyo.
Radyo, alang sa katawhan.
Alang sa batang balaan.
Good day, Fathers and Fronel. Kamusta naman po? Today is the feast of St. Augustine, no? So it's the feast fiesta po ng spiritual founder ng order po ninyo. So kamusta naman po? It's good to be back. It's good to see you again after quite a while. So Father Imark, how are you?
Well, syempre, alam naman natin, no? Bagong transfer sa different assignments, sa mga solid friars, mga Augustinian priests and religious under the province of San Miguel, Cebu, Philippines. And we're still adjusting sa mga different assignments namin ngayon. And very much happy, although syempre, nakakalungkot din because for another year, you know, we're still in a pandemic mode and you know, may mga restrictions and protocols pa rin. Pero the Feast of St. Augustine must go on. And so we are celebrating the Fiesta 2021 of St. Augustine.
Yun nga. Ikaw naman, Father Jen, kamusta naman po sa Cebu, no? Celebrating the Feast of St. Augustine.
So, thank you for having me here dito sa Radio Ninyo. And for the past episodes that we had, you know, I had been always back and an honor and very tired during the feast of St. Augustine, which is my inspiration to serve Augustinian. And for this past week, no, in the celebration of the Feast of St. Augustine, yung province at saka yung basilica had prepared so many things for us in the online, and I hope that you enjoyed and learned a lot, especially from the life of St. Augustine, from our brothers.
Yun, di ba? Sabi ko na nga, may hidden talent din on cam yung boss natin eh. So, ikaw naman, Fray Ronel, kamusta naman yung buhay natin dyan? This time, how are you celebrating naman the Feast of St. Augustine?
This time, dito masaya pa rin kahit lockdown kasi nga marami kami. So, galing sa bakasyon na mahaba pero parang bitin palagi yung bakasyon. Pagdating dito, naka-quarantine kami, pero dahil isang building kami nag-quarantine, so parang wala din. Buong building ng SNTH yung facility namin. Tapos ngayon na okay na kami, the preparation for the feast for our feast is actually inclusive lang. Hindi kasi medyo delikado papasok ng mga tao sa loob ng seminary. So we're celebrating it, of course, one in prayer with the people outside, with our friends, with our benefactors. But this time, unfortunately, we're celebrating the feast only within the community. Wala, halos very few activities, but still the festive spirit is there naman eh. So we're trying to make the best of what we have, and I think that's really more of the more of message of a feast eh. You remember someone's life even if they're gone, and you try to make it relevant to your life in whatever circumstance. So let's try to make it relevant and significant despite the situation. And on the personal side, I'm excited. alis na ako ng seminary muna for the meantime.
Ilang months
So,
nga.
oo, where are you headed naman, Fry?
Na-assign po ako ngayon sa Gipos, Zamboanga del Sur.
Wow, so you'll be going to Gipus at the end of this month, right?
Apo, sa Tuesday na. Tuesday.
Wow, a few days
Ilang
from now
months ka
lang.
stay doon din?
Mga 6 months po yata doon, Pads. And I'm looking forward kasi new place, hindi pa talaga nakapunta. Tapos, nakikita ko naman yung mga posts ng mga pare na mga naka-assign doon. At the place really looks amazing and the people seems very warm. So, let's have a taste of Gipos. I'll tell you about it.
Wow, so parang yung maririnig natin sa mga future usapans natin is more of yung life new journey naman ni Fry Ronel as a missionary, kumbaga no, at a glimpse of the missionary life in Gipos, Zamboanga. So speaking of journey, speaking of spiritual life, we are celebrating the feast of the spiritual founder of the Order of St. Augustine, who is St. Augustine. So, ngayon naman, siguro yung mga viewers and listeners natin knew na tayo yung palaging nagtatanong sa mga guests natin. No? So, tayo laging bumabato ng questions. Ngayon naman, because it's a special usapan and it's a comeback episode, so, ngayong araw na to, ako naman ang magtatanong sa inyong tatlo. So, it's a twist. So, actually, akala nyo may special guest tayo ngayon. So, kayong tatlo po ang special guests for today. So, we will be talking about your vocation story, your Augustinian journey. Kumbaga, iba-ibang kasi magkaibang years and then dalawa yung pari na, yung isa pa yun, let's try to get to know Fray Ronel, Father Imark, and Father Jen. So we will get there only after a short break here in Radyo Ninyo.
Radyo, alang sa katauhan.
Alang sa batang balaan.
Ako ay Agustino.
Agustino ko.
I am an Augustinian. Sono Agustiniano.
저는 아구스티노입니다.
We are part of the Augustinians.
We belong to an Augustinian community.
We are an Augustinian family.
We are the Augustinians, and we evangelize with our heart.
Ako ay Agustino.
Agustino ko.
I am an Augustinian. Sono Agustiniano.
저는 아구스티노입니다.
We are part of the Augustinians.
We belong to an Augustinian community.
We are an Augustinian family.
We are the Augustinians, and we evangelize with our heart.
Welcome back to Radio.
Alang sa katauhan.
Alang sa Batang Balaan.
Ayun. So, fathers and fry, ngayon naman, simulan na natin yung usapan, yung kwentuhan natin of your vocation story naman, no? Your Augustinian journey. Parang, let's start with,
By age.
let's start by age. Oo, talaga naman. So, kung by age yan, doon tayo sa youngest.
Sa may
Pinakabata.
Yung pinakabata dito. So,
Yan na
Fray
pala.
Ronel, sige, simulan natin sa'yo. Oh, Q&A portion pala to. Candidate number 1. Okay, so, anyway. So, Fray, ikaw po, when did you know na you wanted to go inside the seminary, kumbaga, you wanted to become an Augustinian? Kasi nga, di ba, you are, malapit ka na, no? Doon ka na, no? You're going there. So, when did you know naman po?
Akala ko yung tanong, how did you know? I needed someone like you.
Okay. So, yun
Ano?
po, diba? Yun, Fry. O nga, di ba, na-father na kita?
Nag-start naman ako. Sakristan ako doon sa parish natin sa Bagakay. So, I started there in 2004 yata ako nag-start mag-sakristan. I stopped and then bumalik. Pero bata pa ako, I really had the inclination where, I emphasize ko lang ha, kasi hindi ko na malam yung duties ng mga pare, to wear the vestments of the priest. So yun yung start, parang yun yung naging enticement sa akin ng pagpapare, or at least ngayon ng religious life. Kasi the vestment, doon nagsimula. Tapos ma-realize mo pag nandun ka na, parang ayaw mo nang isuot mo kasi ang init. Tapos, so, nagsimula gano'n, then nawala. Tapos, nung high school, right before we ended our third year high school, pinasulat kami ng teacher. I can't forget that day. Na pinasulat kami ng teacher namin kung ano yung gusto naming kunin na course pagdating ng college. And to my surprise, hindi ko pala talaga alam kung anong course ang kukunin ko. I really didn't know. Wala akong alam. Sila alam nila yung mga pangalan ng course nila. Computer science, mga ganun. Actually, I took the exam sa Ateneo Dinaga, yung entrance. Nagkopya lang ako sa kaklase ko ng course. Hindi ko kasi alam kung anong course na kukunin ko. So
what was that, Fry? Ano yung nilagay mo doon?
yung computer science lang yung alam ko. So computer science yung nilagay ko doon sa... Kasi sabi ko, ano nakalagay? Tapos na-alphabetical order. Di ba kakopya ka na? Garcia. Tapos pati pangalan niya, nakopya ko na. Kasi nga, pareho kami lahat. Ayan, nahuli. I passed naman, pero hindi ko rin talaga gusto kasi nga, wala lang. I just took it for the sake of taking it with my friends. And then, yung teacher na yon, she really asked me to submit a paper. Sabi ng isa kong klase, why not write priest? Kasi sakristan ka naman, tsaka pangalawa, parang wala ka naman kwenta sa lipunan. Sige na, pare ka na lang para tumino ka.
Grabe.
Salamat.
Grabe naman yung walang kwento sa lipunan, ah.
Ganun talaga pag kaibigan mo yung kausap mo, diretsahan yan. Pero it was well meant kasi nga wala akong maisulat. And sabi ko, sige, I'll put it there. And that actually started a question sa akin kung kaya ko kaya. And natanong ko yun sa isa kong friend, kaklase ko rin sa high school when I was in fourth year na. Sabi niya, hindi ka tatagal, hindi mo kaya kasi nga ang kulit ko. I was very mischievous in high school. High school lang. In high school. Sabi ko naman, oh, wag ka nang tumugtong. Siguro. And then they started this bet. Kung kaya ko ba o hindi. So may grupo na hindi, may grupo na oo. I learned about it. Kaya yung naging motivation ko kasi oo ako naka-pusta kumbaga eh. So I pushed through with my first year, tapos nagpursige na matapos yung first year. So nakalibre ako ng mga meals when I had my vacation kasi tapos ko yung first year. Second year it happened again. But third year I started questioning, especially with the di ba sa third year start na yung mga existential philosophies na inintroduce. You start asking, if I continue this path, how will my life end? What will become of my life? May meaning pa ba yung puro lang posta? At the end of the day, they're happy, we're happy, pero very short-lived happiness, parang fleeting lang. So I started asking, and then when I turned fourth year, I started this, nagkaroon ng medyo crisis kasi tinamad akong gumawa ng thesis and everything. Tapos akala ko hindi ko kayang gumawa. I really thought na, akala ko ang bobo ko that time. So, nakipag-bargain ako in a sense na nagmamakaawa actually na makagraduate. Sabi ko kay Santo Niño, pag natapos ko yung thesis ko, meaning tutuloy ako. So, ang twist niyan kasi, yung thesis na yon hindi ko nga sinasubmit. Joke lang. Sinubmit ko po yun, sir. Sinubmit ko yun, sir. May proof ako. Akala niya hindi ko sinubmit. So, I was given a deadline for 1 week to submit all my thesis. And thankfully, I was able to finish and graduate. Kaya yun, sabi ko, tutuloy na ako. And yeah, everything went on from there. Thankfully. Kaya,
Tananggipos for pastoral exposure.
oh, excited.
Diba? Malapit na. So, so parang, Fry, it started yung kumbaga very shallow na reason, no? Na parang pustahan nga, ganun. And then, and later on, parang dun mo na na-realize yung weight, kumbaga, ng pinasukan mong vocation. And then, yun nga, ngayon, you're very inspired to go and start a new journey for your kung yun yung story naman kay Fry Ronel, I'm quite curious naman sa vocation story ng boss natin, no, si Father Jen. So, Father Jen, how did your start? Kumbaga, paano mo nalaman na, gusto ko pala magpare or what?
So far siguro yung calling na maalala ko while I was young. I could remember when I was at elementary, doon nagsimula yung parang glimpse or like spark of the one to become a priest. Yung maalala ko nung elementary ako, after the mass, no, kasi I was just a nominal Catholic, no, from elementary to high school na pag Sunday, fulfill the Sunday obligation, attend the mass with friends and with classmates. So yung one time, like I was in grade 4, at that time, when nag-attend ako ng mass kasama yung mga kaibigan, and then pag maganda yung parang homily ng pare, tapos at that time sabi ko gusto kong maging katulad niya. And after that, parang nandun yung parang yung spirit or yung energy, so ginawa ko, bumili ako ng pagkain, yung piso-piso na parang may bilog. So sabi ko, ang lawas ni Cristo, no, in Cebuano. So yun yung mga tapos ako yung kumakain. One time,
parang laro-laro lang, Father.
laro lang. Tapos
parang ganyan din ako dati
ng teacher.
Pare-pareho tayo
Bilog na pula, yung ba yan?
Yung pula na maasim?
Itigil mo yan kasi kasalanan yan. So, tinigil ko. Tapos at that time, parang nawala yan, nung high school, and I entered in, parang yung nag-high school is run by the Augustinian sisters. So bumalik yung parang yung spark na pumasok sa seminary at maging pare ay nung vocation campaign na talaga. Nag-vocation campaign yung mga novitiate, mga novices sa school namin. And then, doon na-attract ako sa mga sinabi nila, parang, ang tawag nito, parang, ano bang tawag dyan sa, na illegally recruited, no? Naloko nila sa kanilang mga matatamis na mga salita. Pero anyhow, I was really touched by how they shared their life in the seminary. Then I went on, then hindi ko alam kung ano yung pinasukan ko. Basta ang sabi lang, sino yung gustong magpare. So pumasok lang. I did not know na isang religious congregation. And so parang kung malala ko pa rin ulit, early akong pumapasok sa school eh. Tapos maya-maya along the way pagpasok sa classroom, yung principal namin, no, nakakasalubong ko. Sinasabi niya her name is Sister Maria Corazon del Carmen, OSA, and I think nandun na siya ngayon sa Novaliches. So sa palagi niya sinasabi, to magpare ka to, ganun na. So yun, she was an instrument into my life na para mag-pursue talaga, magtuloy sa pagpare. Tapos not knowing na Augustinian yung pinasok ko, tapos not knowing na province of Santo Niño yung name ng Augustinian dito sa Pilipinas. And then doon na, so yung talagang naging motivation ko, no, sa seminary is mahirap talaga sa seminary, no, kasi lahat ng aspeto sa iyo ay titingnan, yung spiritual life, community life, academic life, and psychosocial, yung pakikihalubilo mo sa ibang tao. Yun talaga yung tinitingnan ng formators. And may mga struggles din doon. So, but yung naging parang paulit-ulit kong naging philosophy sa buhay is take things one at a time. No, yung pag pumasa ka sa first year, sige, tuloy tayo sa first year. Ganun yung magaling motivation ko. Though, along the way, sa solid profession, din naging pare ako. Really, I could recall na parang na talagang called by the grace of God, in Senior Santo Niño. If I could recall, I am a Cebuano, and then lumaki ako pang once a year dinadala ako ng parents dito sa Basilica. And later did I know that if I could recall yung mga tinahak kong daan, like Santo Niño was there. No, and later when I was in high school, kind of retrospect lang na in high school yung pangalan pa na ng school ko is Holy Child School. Pinilitan na ng pangalan ngayon na La Consolacion College Liloan. And then di ko alam na ang pinasok ko pala is Augustinian, yung nagmamanage, caretakers ng image ng Senior Santo Niño. And nung naging pare ako, ang first assignment ko is Santo Niño pa rin, andun pa rin, kasi when I took my solemn final profession of vows, yung first assignment ko is Santo Niño Parish, Mohon. So then after that, spending my solemn professed years and then the diaconate, then after I was ordained in 2016 April, I was transferred to the Basilica, mismong si Senior Santo Niño talaga. Parang masasabi kong dinala talaga niya ako sa bahay niya to serve, and I am grateful for, actually I am isa sa mga naging source of strength ko talaga, sa parang outlet ko is while in the seminary and even as a priest already, yung pagbubuhos ko ng gift na binigay sa akin, to the social media, and I am more than blessed na to be able to become parang an instrument, parang kasi yung isa din sa maalala ko pala na my mother could recall when I got sick. I had a asthma. So sabi ng mother ko na inoffer niya yung, alam mo yung inoffer niya yung pangalan ko sa likod ng tabernacle ng simbahan. And doon yun sa cathedral. Dahil gusto niya sana dito sa basilica. Kaso hindi man siya makapasok kasi marami ang security. So yung ginawa niya doon sa likod ng tabernacle ng tawag nito sa cathedral, inoffer yung pangalan ko na gumaling ako sa sakit ko. Yun yung sharing ng mother ko. So parang simula pagkabata ko pala talaga is I was offered to Senior Santo Niño, and right now I am here doing that service sa Senior Santo Niño, and also I am happy na parang being an Augustinian and being a servant to Senior Santo Niño is hindi magkahiwalay. So they are one, and also blessed na ang Augustinians yung nag-caretakers ng Senior Santo Niño. Yun lang.
So yun nga, no? So very interesting din yung story pala ni Father Jen, and for the information din pala ng natin. Kaya po namin siya tinatawag na boss kasi nga po sila po yung may pakanan nitong program na to, tong Radyo Ninyo. I mean, OSApan pala kasi yung Radyo Ninyo is the Internet radio program. So yung mga graphics po namin, ito nga virtual background namin, yung may pakana po nito is si Father Jen. So yung sinabi niya kanina na sharing of his talents, low-key kasi yung boss namin, hindi pa niya sinabi kung anong talent. So siya po yung tinatawag namin na King of Photoshop. No? So master na po talaga yung editing ng graphics sa Photoshop. Yung alam ko lang talaga is basics lang. So no, pag may mga layout, may mga graphic design. So, may pakana po nun is yung boss namin, si Boss Genesis. So, siya po yung
Gusto ko lang ma-share, no? Si Father Jen, magkasunod lang kami ng batch sa seminary. So, 1 year ahead lang ako ng konti sa kanya. And bata pa lang kami, college seminarians pa lang kami, nakitaan na talaga si Jen ng talent sa computer. True to the fact, nung kami ay nagkakaroon ng mga publication projects sa seminary, siya talaga yung isa sa mga edit ng mga articles, lalagay ng pictures together with Father Rick, di ba? And through time, mas nahasa talaga yung kanyang brilliance sa technology na ngayon tinatawag na nga natin mass media communication. And I think yun ang sa province natin, sa Augustinian province of the Philippines, parang konti sa atin yung may ganyang sasabi natin gift, no? And we treasure yung gift ni Father Jen. And yung mga sumusunod sa yapak niya. Sa mga batch ni Fray Ronel at sa mga susunod na batch, I'm sure maraming makakasunod na sa yapak ni Father.
Kasi yung malala ko rin nung time, magkasunod talaga tayo eh. Si Father Rick, tapos batch ni Father Aymar, tapos kami. Parang, at nung seminary years, taga-operate lang tayo ng PowerPoint. No? Katabi ko lang si Father Rick. Parang nasa tabi lang ako ni Father Rick. Kasi siya yung in charge doon at that time eh. Yung mga PowerPoint ng misa, gano'n. Nagsimula talaga doon. And parang magkasama doon. Tapos nabuo yung team natin nung nag-college years tayo, panahon natin yun eh, yung the foundation of San Agustin Center of Studies Mass Media, and it's really an honor na to be part of that, na doon talaga nagsimula. Siguro yung magandang reflection din is you start from small things and then develop and then grow because skills could be acquired, and also yung passion, wag nating kalimutan.
So, speaking of passion, no, and speaking of Augustinian journey still, ikaw naman, Father Aymar, ano naman yung share ng vocation story mo? So, paano ba nagsimula, Father?
After mag-share ni Father Jen ng kanyang vocation story, parang nahiya yung kwentong buhay ko. nahiya yung kwentong buhay ko. Yung kanya talagang makikita mo, very inspired and very talagang on track, no? Yung sa akin parang not track. Hindi, yung sa akin naman kasi, wala namang something special eh. Sabi nila, yung vocation grows within the person talaga. Pero yung kay Fray Ronel, parang ganun din. Kasi nga, nag-start siya na sa Kristansya, moving forward, until sina-realize niya yung, although nagkaroon ng betting thing, no? Sa pagpasok niya sa seminary. Pero, well, nandun yung seed. Yung sa akin, hindi naman ako naging outer server. Wala naman talaga akong connection. Nung bata ako, sa pilitan pa pag magsimba. No? Tanda ko talaga yung tate ko, kailangan pa maghabulan kami kasi yun nga, kailangan magsimba kami family. Tapos pag nasa simbahan, happy na ako pag malapit na yung Our Father. Kasi alam ko patapos na yung misa. Hindi ko nga alam kung paano, no? Pero nung high school, katulad nung kwento ni Fray Ronel, nung kukuha na ng exam sa different schools after nung magpo-fourth year na or after, even patapos na yung 4th November that time, wala akong kuna ng exam. Sabi ko, saan kaya ako? Nag-aaral ako nun sa isang Dominican school sa Intramuros. Then sabi ko, wala akong alam na course. Wala lang. Parang hindi ko pa alam kung ano kukunin ko. Then, sabi ko, sa school, dito na lang ulit kasi hindi na ako mag-exam. Wala nang entrance exam pag dito ulit ako. So kahit ano na lang. Then, tinatanong na ako ng parents ko, lalo na ng mother ko. Wala akong masabi kung ano. Then, meron siyang friend, taga dito sa Makati. No? Isang friend niya na nagsabi sa kanya na bakit hindi mo subukang pagpariin. Baka gusto niyang pumasok sa seminaryo. Siguro nag-vocation ng promotion din friend mo. Then sabi ng nanay ko, okay, sige, tingnan natin. So tinanong niya ako. Very supportive yung family ko, yung tita ko, yung family nila, lahat, yung buong family. And then, nag-entrance exam ako, sinamahan ako nitong family friend namin, yung friend ng ng mother ko, si Tita Flor. Then, yun nga, nangyari yun actually late April na, ang pasok sa seminary, 1st of May. So, apul na yung time, less than a week, naka-prepare ako. Even before yung exam, may mga series of events na nakipag-bargain ako kay Lord. Sabi ko, Lord, pag nangyari itong mga to, parang ako pa yung nagbigay ng conditions. Papasok ako sa seminary. As I remember, meron akong 3 events na sabi ko, pag nangyari to, pasok ako. So, nangyari yung first. Itong second, pag nangyari to, papasok ko dito. So, nangyari din. Sabi ko, pag nakapasa talaga ako sa entrance exam, papasok talaga ako. Nakapasa din. So, sabi ko, okay. So, papasok na talaga ako. I tried, no? And then, si Father Jen, kanina sinasabi niya, pagkatapos ng first year, tuloy lang, second year, tuloy lang. Ganun yung naging idea ko. Kasi yung usapan namin ng mother ko, sabi ko, sige, subukan ko. Tapos pag hindi, mag-regular college schooling ako sa labas. So I tried for 1 year. Nakapasa. So sabi ko, okay, sige, subukan pa another year. Until such time, na-realize mo, 4th year na. Patapos na. Tapos nag-enjoy ka sa loob ng seminary. May yung sa story ko, masasabi ko yung vocation was pinadaan muna, siguro planted through my mother, yung family ko. And at the same time, later on, kung nasa loob na, yung experience of the life inside the community, dun siguro mas nag-grow within. Hindi ko in-expect na mag-novitiate ako. After novitiate, syempre may trials sa novitiate for 1 year, 1 canonical year na nasa loob ka. No? So lalo na sa mga kasama mo, yung community living niyo as batch, dyan, with the friars. No? After nun, nakapasa din, and then 4 years sa theology. Pagdating pa ng theology, parang hindi ko na in-entertain yung doubt. Kasi sabi nga, meron kaming isang professor dati, si Professor Manny Batoon, sabi niya, kapag ikaw naka 4th year na, lalo na nakatapos ka na ng college sa seminary at naka-theology ka na, huwag ka na magtatanong kung para ka ba talaga dito. No? Sabi niya, nandiyan na yung grasya. Ibinigay niya yung grasya. No? Kailangan mo nang magtrabaho para pagpursigihan yung grasya na nasa iyo. So the vocation is really there. It's just na it's up to you to cooperate with the grace given to you or not. So, yun yung naging kwento ng buhay ko. Na-ordain ako, actually nag-solemn ako 2014, 2014, na-ordain in 2015, at least sa priesthood ng April. So, happy family, yung mom ko, yung father ko, second ako, he died, passed away. Pero he passed away, happy siya dun sa naging decision ko. So, ang mention na lang yung mom ko, yung best friend niya, yung tita ko, si Tita Wilma, and then yung buong family natin. So, it's really a journey, challenges inside the seminary, yung families din outside. Kasi syempre, habang nasa seminary kami, may mga families kaming iniwan sa mga bahay namin. So, we still consider them, syempre. Although our first family now is the community. So, yun na talaga. So, yun, in love ako sa community life nung nandun na, nung nasa loob na. So, thank you.
Wow. So, akala ko ba, Father, walang kwenta? May kwenta naman pala. Talaga naman to si Father Aymar ko. So,
May kwenta.
Oo nga, ang ganda lang makinig sa different vocation stories kasi nga, yun nga, iba-iba talaga yung stories ng kada friar, kada pare, kada missionary. So, it's just so good to hear different reflections, different realizations kasi nga 'di ba, Father, common question ko din kasi lalo na sa mga pumapasok sa seminary na
Actually,
paano ba na kaya, 'di ba?
Tingin ko as we speak ngayon, meron din panibagong vocation na magpo-flourish, no? To the Augustinian sisters. Joke.
Wait, seryoso ko pa na wait ako, top guard ako doon.
Mali mo part ng ng
Special story niya.
Oh.
Wait lang. Oo nga, I mean, okay, allow me to share a piece of that, no? So, I really did try to search in. I mean, nag-search in ako and then, I don't know, maybe it's just, di ba, iba-iba kasing charism ng congregations, di ba? So, siguro yung congregation na yun, it wasn't the charism that I was looking for at the time. And, at that time din kasi nung nag-search in ako, I was so fixed na din na I really wanted to take up communications from the very wanted to take up that degree program. Parang that was the career path that I was going to take. So, siguro nung nag-search in ako, nag-close na yung mind ko, but I just did try. Kasi nga, I grew up serving the church, yung ganun. So, I did entertain some time na gusto ko magmadre, but then, yung nanay ko talaga, sabi na, wag, kasi nga, only child ka na nga, tapos magmamadre ka pa, and those stories. And then, when, I mean, ngayon nga, diba sinabi ni Father Aymar, baka may magpo-flourish na vocation. Nung nag-lockdown, parang I got a glimpse of how it is to live in a monastery, in a parang seminary. And yun nga, realize ko siguro hanggang third order lang po yung kaya ko. I mean, siguro yung vocation ko naman din is vocation naman on the church media. Yun yung parang gusto ko ding mabahagi na vocation doesn't necessarily mean na it's priesthood, it's sisterhood, kumbaga iba-iba talaga yung vocation natin. It's up to us to discern on what vocation are we going through, no? It's a self discernment, no? It's a deep reflection within yourself na ma-realize mo na you're called to do this. Kasi nga, ako, I didn't expect na I'll be in a church media. I was expecting myself to be part of a mainstream media organization. Yung plano ko, ganito. And then, all of a sudden, I didn't know na dito pala ako matatrabaho. Eventually, it wasn't just like work. It was already more of doing what I love, what I wanted to do, and here I am. So, Father, may nag-flourish din na vocation. Kumbaga, media vocation under the church media naman.
Sabi sa'yo may flourishing vocation . May Augustinian
So,
book. Di ba?
yes,
Tsaka, ano
Augustinian
naman kasi,
vocation.
di ba, basic, I think, basic siya supposedly, pero nakakaligtaan kasi pag-usapang bukasyon, especially sa tulad ng buhay namin, laging iniisip na you must be somebody really connected with the church, mabait ka and everything. Eh sa batch namin may isa kong klase na halos walang alam sa Augustinian eh. Ano, hindi halos wala talaga sa alam sa Augustinian.
I mean, never heard pa before, parang gano'n.
He never heard about it, and others were really never affiliated to any church activity. But throughout the years, you start to realize what I started to realize na God calls us in ways we never expect, even in the simplest. Kasi nga sa akin, for example, nagsimula sa damit. Damit lang yun. Yung iba, nagsimula sa... Yung sa akin, kasi I was reflecting on my vocation story. Sabi ko, sa damit, sa pusta, sa thesis. So these are different ways of God calling. Kaya when we have vocation campaigns, especially when I was in college, I always tell the students na don't lock yourself out of the seminary or outside the seminary, outside the formation. Kasi ganito kayo, kasi ganito kayo. Always think that God is calling us in ways that we don't imagine. And parang the reflection on, I don't know anong reflection nyo dun sa the call of, read the call of Peter as if may reluctance yung pagsagot ni Pedro kay Jesus. Let's go back to the ocean, to the middle of the lake. Sabi ni Pedro, di ba? Parang yung pagbasa ko nun, buong gabi na ako dun, ikaw naman, Lord. Sabi mo, with the note na, sige, papatunayan ko sa'yo na wala. So I think that's my inspiration na despite the reluctance of us to respond to Jesus, I think giving it a chance, giving it a try will really make us exclaim, stay away from me, Lord, because I am a sinner. But I think that would give us the message na, no, you are mine. So it's on my vocation that led me to help also others, I think, realize something like that.
Alam mo, dun sa sinabi ni Friar Ron, na-imagine ko lang na talagang kung merong kantang Love Moves in Mysterious Ways, meron talaga dapat Christ moves in mysterious ways.
In more mysterious.
Hindi, kasi, di ba, tinawag kami sa religious life sa iba't ibang paraan. No? Yung pag ni Cristo dun sa mga alagad na nadaanan niya lang, building nets, yung tulad nga na sinabi ni Friar Ronel na pagod na, wala nang makuha, pero nagkaroon ng makukuhang isda. Tapos tinawag niya, come and follow me. Then, iba yung pagtawag niya sa iba't ibang paraan. In relation dito sa sinabi ni Ma'am Sheila kanina, ni Miss Sheila, pwede tayong tawagin not just as a religious priest or religious or brother, pero pwedeng religious person, religious slave. Diba? Serving sa iba't pero we are completing and we are all in the body of the church, the body of Christ, definitely, who is the kami kanya-kanya tayong ginagalawan, pero serve the Lord.
Yun. So, I mean, we still belong to one Augustinian community, to one Augustinian family. So, may iba't ibang aspect nga lang, may iba't ibang ministry, di ba po?
Nalayo pa ba tayo sa San Agustin, di ba? Paano ba siya tinawag?
Oo, di ba?
Oo, di ba? Ang ganda ng inspiration ng conversion story niya, di ba? Hindi mo akalain na full conversion yung mangyayari sa kanya na total more than just a 360-degree turn of his life. And when we recall his life now, he's such a great man, a great inspiration, a great saint that he is. And yun nga, ang ganda din pag-usapan na ngayong mismong araw ng kapistahan niya, the Feast of St. Augustine. And with the different vocation stories that we've heard and the different realizations, yung different callings, it's really up to us, no, sa sarili natin. How do we discern na, parang how do we know na ito pala yung calling ko? This is what I am called to do. This is my purpose dito, 'di ba po? So, ngayon naman, what is your message? I know those still discerning of what path to take, for those who are still in a crossroads, and also what is vocation for you? Sige, simulan natin kay Father Genesis.
What is vocation for me? So yung maalala ko yung vocation campaign, yung tinawag nilang vocare, calling. Though anyhow, yun yung pinaka-basic na definition ng vocation, no? Kung ano man yung status natin sa buhay, every one of us is called to serve the Lord and to offer everything that we do in the name of Christ. And that's always our constant guide on how we make decisions in life. And another is to Lord, on the process of 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 how He is calling you. Kasi sa panahon natin ngayon is it's so difficult to discern, how yung there is no uncertainty. Parang sinabi nga is there's parang walang uncertainty sa buhay na how are you so sure? Kasi gusto natin ng assurance eh. How sure are we that we are called by God? Parang mga ganun na mga tanong that we need to answer. Yun yung isa sa mga naging guide ko is to really trust the Lord on how He is guiding you and how He is moving you para sa para sa iyo talaga to o hindi. And at yan yung how I would describe what vocation is for me, may it be yun, I like the yung sinabi ni Fray Ronel kanina na parang yung sa mga maliliit na bagay, nagsisimula. Sometimes kung balikan natin parang napaka-lame, unreasonable yung mga dahilan natin. But along the way actually, God will purify you. God will purify your intention. Purify that intention, no? Parang dun magkakaroon ka na ng malinaw na pagtanaw or enlightenment you should go. And that's how I would describe what vocation is for me. And importantly, what is Augustinian vocation? Augustinian also, and being inspired by the life of St. Augustine, who really promoted community life. Despite sa mga busy na pag naging pari talaga pag naging brother, no? Kasi yung pagiging Augustinian hindi lang being an ordained priest but also a solemn professed brother, no? Kasi may mga Augustinian tayong hindi ordained but is in the community, in the Augustinian community. Parang kasi once nga naging solemn professed friar ka na o naging pare, andun yung maraming responsibilities. At the end of the day, despite that many tasks and responsibilities, parang may mauuwian kang pamilya. And that is the community. That would listen to your mga difficulties and that would guide you on what to do and what's the right thing to do. Sila yung magiging wisdom ng how I would grow as an Augustinian also. So yun yung I would also describe an Augustinian vocation.
Ikaw naman, Father Imart, what is your message to those who are discerning, and what is vocation or Augustinian vocation for you?
Well, vocation, tama yung sinabi ni Father Jan, it's a basic knowledge sa atin. na vocation is coming from the Latin word vocare, which means to call, no? Tumawag, tawagin. So, it's your special calling in life. Yun yung saysay ng buhay natin. The religious life or a lay faithful's life, diba? So kung ano yun, kung saan ka tinatawag. Diba, si Michelle. So, tinatawag siya sa ganitong uri ng buhay. Religiously, no, inspired by the values of the gospel of Christ. So, i-live out niya yung buhay na yun according dun sa kung saan siyang ambit of life. No? On our part, nasa religious life tayo, so yun yung challenge sa atin. To be faithful and to continue inspiring other people as well to experience how it is, sabi nga ni St. Augustine. Now, this community that is pleasant and good to be into. Sa akin yung Augustinian life, yung vocation to the Augustinian life is a vocation of commitment to a life of being together with your brothers, with the sisters. So, yun eh. Yun yung para sa akin, ang saysay ng buhay Agustino ay pakikilahok, pakikisangkot sa Agustine, pakilamero, no? Agustine, grabe yung concern niya sa mga kasama niya sa community. And yun yung siguro, yun yung legacy ng mga Augustinians, yung pag-intensify ng living out ng community life. And yung vocation doon ay kailangan talaga ma-discern. Kaya I invite mga kabataan natin, samantalahin natin ang pagkakataong ito para makapag-invite. Lalo na ngayong panahon ng pandemic, we have many time para mag-relax and at the same time para makapagmuni-muni, mapag-isipan, mapagnilayan yung buhay natin. Mahirap ang panahon ng pandemic, pero sabi nga nila sa mga pagsubok sa hirap ng pandemic, doon mismo naririnig natin yung megaphone ng Diyos sa mga buhay natin. So, yun na.
Wow, thank you so much, Father Mark. Ikaw naman, Fray Ronel.
Isip ko yung megaphone ng Diyos.
Napaisip talaga si Fray Ronel. Parang na-pressure siya na dalawang Augustinian friar and then siya na.
Nasabi naman nilang etymology. But the question actually of call is to what? So I think that's what gives it more meaning. That's why for me, vocation is always a love story. It's love story. It's a love story with other people. Kasi yung bukasyon naman ay para sa lahat. So married life, single blessed, or that we are all called to love because love is the way to holiness. So I think our vocation, our individual and communal vocation is to have that love story with God lived in a life or at least manifested in a life na ramdam yung pagmamahal. Kasi pag sinabing, I love you, that's very vague in a sense. Meaningful siya, pero vague. We have to make it concrete. We have to make them really know in the best way possible that love. So, the call to religious life for this matter lang, for this conversation, is actually a call to enter into, for me personally, a love story with Jesus in a way that makes yourself available to Him so that we'll be of service to other people, especially to the church. Kasi without, I think that love of Christ and love for Christ, wala. Ang saysay yung ending nito is working as NGO. So, kaya yung palaging ni-remind ni Pope Francis natin na hindi tayo NGO. We are proclaiming Christ. We are proclaiming God. And in that proclamation, we're actually making His love felt to all. And that is actually transposed or translated in the Augustinian way of life. Na the community becomes the venue for our search for God kasi meron ng harmonious living. And a harmonious life could only be had when there is love among the brothers and the sisters in the community. Minsan naman, hindi naman kasi instant yung pagmamahal eh. Natuturuan naman daw ang puso. So natututo din tayo magmahal sa kapwa natin. So give it time. We don't have to be idealistic, and we just have to. I think one good phrase from Augustine is yung to fall in love with God is the the greatest romance. To seek Him is the greatest adventure, and to find Him is the greatest human achievement. And finding God is not in the abstract. Finding God is in each and every one of us. So I think that's my inspiration and my constant struggle din to live out my life as a love story. Kasi paano ba magmahal ng kaaway? So yun lang naman yung ending ng ganun.
So everything ends in love.
Yes,
It,
of course.
parang it all boils down to the universal principle of love.
Yes.
No? And hearing your different vocation stories, I realized talaga na we don't live in an isolated island. Kumbaga, we are a web of relationships that links us to one another and to our environment, to our society. So, fathers and Fry, thank you so much for guesting. Parang hindi ako sanay na ako lang yung nagti-thank you sa mga guests, no? So thank you so much for sharing your story, sharing your life as a missionary, as an Augustinian here in our OSApan Kweentuhang Augustinian. Parang ang gandang refresher lang, ang ganda ding time ngayon na especially parang ang bigat-bigat ng panahon ngayon. Good light moments. It's good to talk about these kinds of stories, this and inspiration to people, especially those who are discerning for their respective vocation. So it has really been a great day, a wonderful feast day of St. Augustine. And thank you so much for joining us in today's Usapan. I am Sheila May Gumapon.
Salamat, daghang salamat sa mga questions at sa mga ambush na Father Jen, ambush natin. But at the end of it all, it's a very makahulugan ng usapan, and we are really thankful for that. And I hope that our vocation, in spite of the pandemic and in our respective lives and passion. I am Fry Ronel.
Maraming salamat po sa pakikinig at sa panonood sa atin dito sa another OSApan episode natin. And sabi ko nga, parang isa sa meaningful na pagkakataon na ma-share natin yung mga stories. Especially that we're celebrating the feast of our Holy Father. Also, actually, it's not just a feast for us. It is a solemnity of His eternal coming to heaven. And I am Aymar, Father Aymar as well.
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng nakikinig ngayon, and thank you to my brothers and to Ma'am Shi to be part first time
of the many times.
Pero palagi na tayo sa likod.
So the many times, parang i-accentuate natin.
I-emphasize natin din, Father Aymar, first of the many times.
First of the many.
Nagawa niya ng schedule.
Ito na yung first and last on cam.
Parang hindi yata.
Thank you, Father Jen, sa pagpapaunlak.
Yes. And thank you also for
simula ng pagpapaunlak. Salamat.
Yes.
Talaga yun ulit-ulit ni Father Aymar.
Simula.
And we hope that you continue to support this program para sa inyo to at para sa atin lahat. And we pray for we always continue to pray lalo na sa mga victims ng COVID-19 and for the souls na sa mga kapatid natin na namatay dahil sa COVID-19, and also we continue to pray for healing for those who got affected by COVID-19. So nasa dasal po na namin kayo, and thank you Senyor Santo Niño, and I am Father Genesis Labana Oizay.
So for more updates about the Augustinians and their stories, please follow our official social media accounts, which are flashed on your screen. See you for another Kwentuhang Augustinians can only hear. Wait lang. May special request ako kasi special episode natin ngayon. So, sabay po tayong apat. So, in 3, 2, 1,
Radyo, alang sa
Radyo, alang sa katauhan, alang sa batang bayan. Viva San Agustin!
Viva San Agustin!